Hi there guys, in today's video we're going to be looking at how you can add and remove parts to your 3D viewport. But before that, let's have a quick intro first. So today's video can be found on softwaretraining.co.za. We make short and easy to watch problem solving videos, and we also have daily updates. Otherwise, we'll head back to the program here. Now, in the previous video, we looked at your deleting row parts and then clearing all, which we don't want to do right now, otherwise we have to reset up this project. Now we're going to be looking at add part and delete part. Now, there's a few things to keep in mind with this, which could be quite confusing, but we will cover those things as well. So now, first of all, we've got the add part. Now, this is how you're going to get your shapes from the left here onto your 3D viewport. So you first want to do is on your information page, you first select the shape you want. Then you want to go to add part. Then we click that, and then if we hover to this side, we will see we've got our part here. So now we can simply just go add it, and if you want to add another one, you click another one, and then you can just carry on like that, align them where you want it. Obviously you would not space it as horrible as what I am doing, so you want to save your material, but just for the purpose of this tutorial, I will show you guys that. Now let's say you want to add another rectangle. Now this is the first problem you might run into, where you might think something's wrong, but then it is good to use all your panels, like information, all of that, just to get a better idea. So let's say we've got a rectangle, we want to add another one, we click add part. We go here and we see nothing's happening. We click again, nothing's happening. So you might think something's wrong, but the first thing you want to look at normally is under your preview, and then we go here on top by the imported, like we covered before, and we can see, okay, 2 out of 2. So we have added all our parts for this one, so they will not allow us to add another one. You can always also look here under the manual quantity and that, where we see we've got 2, and we can see, okay, we already have 2. But in my opinion, this preview area works best because you can see if you can add any more. So that's the first thing you might run into, that it can be quite frustrating. Then the next one is, let's say you've got this thing selected, or this, maybe you want to remove one or two of them. Click delete part, and then as you can see, nothing is happening. So click delete part again, go to this one, delete part, and nothing's happening. So now what you want to do is you actually first want to select it on your actual 3D plane in order for your program to know exactly what you want to delete. So otherwise it might just remove all of them. So what you want to do is you simply, with your mouse, you left click on the shape you want to remove, say this one, then you go back to delete part, and now when we had to click this, you will see on the top right the part disappears. So that is another thing you could run into. It's simple to delete it, but just make sure you have it selected first. And then there's a little bonus one which sometimes can happen, which is slightly different in this program to most, and that is how the selection works. So now obviously you can just drag a box over them to select the ones you want to delete, but also what you do is, if I have, let's say, this one selected and I want to delete the one to the right as well, I just click on it, and you can see I didn't have to use shift or nothing. Now, if I want to unselect it, you can see nothing happens when I click on it. If I use Shift, Alt, Control, then yeah, a quick way to unselect all of them is right click, or what you do is you click somewhere else in the open plane where there's nothing, then it will unselect it. So just keep that in mind, because sometimes what happens, you'll be working on this one, realigning it. So oh yeah, I want to remove this one, click on that one, click delete part, and now, oh shucks, that one's also gone. So that can be rather frustrating, so just keep in mind. Luckily with this, undo does work, so you can just undo it and fix it. So yeah, that is it on adding and deleting parts. So the simple thing is just make sure you have your parts selected you want to add, and make sure you have not added all of them already if it doesn't want to add. With deleting, make sure you have your part selected in the 3D point viewport before you delete it, and also make sure you only have selected what you want to delete. But yeah, otherwise that is it on adding parts and deleting them. Before we move to the next section, if we look at softwaretraining.co.za, you guys will notice we've got a variety of different softwares we do cover. and you can also isolate your search on the top right. If you do not, however, find the training videos you're looking for, just simply go here, request a training video, fill in the mini form, and then we'll do our best to try and make that for you. But otherwise, thanks guys for watching. Until next one, cheers.